There are two kinds of people in this world. The people who fail to do what they know they should, and those who keep doing things they know they shouldn't. Guess what? You're both. Hi, I'm your podcast host and life and business coach, Marcy Barker, aka your loving kick in the pants. In this podcast, I'll teach you the 6 steps of my accountability code framework that will enable you to wake up with clarity and show up with aligned action steps that make follow through easy and peaceful. When you're ready for more, head to marcybarker.com and we'll chat about your next goal. All right, let's dive in. Hello, my beautiful people. Guess where I'm at? I'm on a cruise ship right now. I decided to get away for 9 days. I told Aubrey, the girls are yours for 9 days. And I'm going to hop on a cruise ship and I'm going to go knock out another 30,000 words in my book, which I'm making good progress. You'd be surprised at how easy it is to get your projects done when somebody feeds you and you don't have any other people to worry about and you have no internet on your device half the time. So I'm working on my book. The next book is tentatively going to be called Becoming Boss Minded. And right now I'm waiting to get off the ship. Maybe you can hear in the background noise. I'm not sure, but people up and down the elevator, and we had to wait 15 minutes to get off the ship. So I thought, you know what, this is the perfect time to sit and record and knock this out. And I've been on this marketer's cruise before, and it is awesome to meet a lot of people who they're all interested in the same thing as you, marketing, but it is also exhausting to be around 300 to 400 people who all have something to sell because some people are very forthright about, oh, we should connect and you would be perfect for my program and all this stuff. But when I decided to go this time, I have a mission to work on my book and to not feel pressured to do everything all the time. And that's what I want to talk about in this podcast today, is because it's very, very tempting to do everything that you think you should do because you see other people being successful doing it. So, for example, as I've been here this week, I have heard that I should build one funnel and get $1 million through it. I should be on international stages. I should be on magazine covers. I should work with joint venture partners. I should build an email list and use other people's followings to build my email list. And I should go take pictures with celebrities and put those on my website and in my social media, and a whole plethora of things. Now, being in this beautiful Caribbean area, it reminds me of one of the lessons my mentor taught me, David Corbin. He's a crazy guy, but hand in the sand is something that he taught me, and I teach it often to my own clients. So I'm looking at a picture of a beautiful beach, and hopefully in 10 or 20 minutes I'll be on the beach myself snorkeling in San Juan, Puerto Rico. But hand in the sand is essentially the idea that if you're walking along the beach and you see all of this sand, that's like all of the things that people tell us we should do. There's millions and millions of ways we can grow our business. But if you were going to go pick up a handful of sand and you had it in your fist and you open up your fist, well, sand is going to fall through your fingers. It's going to fall to the side. It's going to fall through. And you might have a little tip of, a little pyramid in the palm of your hand. And that signifies the 1 or 2 things that you need to keep with you. So hand in the sand is listening to a lot of information, but being very selective as to what stays there. And when you recognize what stays there, you close that fist again, and that's what you hold on to. That's what you focus on, and that's what you implement. Hey, my beautiful people. The message of waking up and showing up is yours for the taking. In fact, it's completely free. All you got to do is take this quick action. I've recorded my entire audiobook, and I'd love for you to consume it between episodes. Head to marcybarker.com to get instant access to the accountability code, Wake Up and Show Up. And coming into this cruise again, I'm like, I have stuff in my pipeline. I'm working on my book. I'm launching another course, which I'll talk about in a coming episode. But hand in the sand is a really fantastic mentality for recognizing that you get to choose what you want to spend your time on. Because when it comes to accountability, one of the biggest reasons why people don't feel accountable or they don't feel like they're successful is because they've taken a lot of time to adopt other people's expectations of them. So let's say that I came home from this cruise and I was like, okay, I got to get on stages. I need to be on a magazine. I got to build a funnel. I need to find joint venture partners. Like that would be a lot. And the probability of me being accountable to all of those things perfectly is pretty darn slim. So when you are adopting too many things and it's physically, humanly impossible to keep up with, that is a recipe for disaster. And it will make you feel like you're failing. It will make you feel like you're unproductive. And it will make you feel like you just can't do anything right. And that's because you have not just put your hand in the sand, but you put a whole bucket in the sand and adopted the expectation that you're going to get it all done. So I want you to recognize, like right now in this moment, you could look at all of the different projects that you have and ask yourself, did I adopt these because they truly matter to me, because these are things that I actually want to do? Or did somebody else feed you that idea and you thought that you needed to do it to be successful? Because really, at the end of the day, there's a million ways to make $1 million, and you don't have to do anything like anybody else, but you do have to decide where you're going to focus your time and learn how to say no to all of the other things that just don't fit right now. It's not that they can't fit in the future, but right now, if you're dedicating your time and your attention to something specific, that's what it needs to be. So I want you to just come away with one thing that you can do and be okay with that. It is 100% okay. As I'm sitting on a cruise ship and people are like, oh, are you coming to the showcase? And I'm like, no, I sat in my room and I ate a plate of fruit and I wrote another 3,000 words in my book. And the ability for me to not have FOMO about what's happening in the other room, that is something that I've worked for a really long time. And you get there by implementing this hand in the sand. You don't have to do everything all of the time. And it is a really big blessing, not just to your mental and emotional health, but to your business when you can focus on one thing at a time and finish it and see it through. Whether you were at home, vacationing, around sand or not, I always want you to remember hand in the sand and apply it to your own daily life now, because you deserve to have the peace of mind of following through with just one or two things that are aligned with you, and being able to let go of everything else. So I love you all, and I will see you next week for another episode of Your Loving Kick in the Pants. Thank you for listening, friends. If you got value out of this episode, I would love for you to drop a review or share this with a friend. Let's be real. Let's spread the word, because we all know someone who could use your loving kick in the pants.